Hello, everybody. Quick news update. Network news update. Network next news up. Whatever. Quick one of those. So I basically have three things to go over with you. First and foremost is a new uploading format that I'm working on, which is basically to have it be so I do an episode every other week, an episode of Iconic Assembly every other week, or Cinecritic, or if I reformat my show so that Silver Screen Cinema comes back and is a long show like the other two, which I don't want to do, I want to kind of keep that show short. But if I do end up making it a longer show, then what'll happen is that'll also be on the every other week thing. And the main reason is to give myself more time to do them, because it's not that the episodes themselves take very long to do. They take about 3 days, actually, usually, the really long ones anyway. But like the Red Hood episode, that was a nightmare, and that as a result, that came out more or less crap. I mean, it was okay, but as far as episodes I've done in the past, like as far as episodes I've done in the past of my comic book shows, oh yeah, it was actually pretty good. But it wasn't a very good episode. So, and then the Supergirl episode marked improvement, and that was because it was shorter, so it didn't take me as long to do, so I had more time to work on it. But point is that longer episodes like that and the upcoming Teen Titans episode, I'm going to need more time to work on those. Also, it's not just that I need more time, it's that to be fair to the Patreon people, because I don't have any patrons yet, I'm working on a Patreon video is the thing. But one of the rewards for my Patreon thing is that for people who donate $3 or more, I believe it was, I'm going to try and have videos that you can watch ad-free 3 days in advance or a day in advance, depending on how Blip or YouTube wants to function that day. You can watch that one early through Patreon if you donate $3 or more. Also, how do I say this? There's well, yeah, that's to be fair. But the next thing is that there are going to be new show segments and things. First and foremost, there's Replacing Faces, which I have brought up, which is going to feature Green Lantern first. And Replacing Faces is basically a show in which I delve into characters that are all the characters, or not all, but a few of the characters that have donned the mantle of blank title. So Green Lantern's going to be first because he's one of the obvious ones. You have Alan Scott, you have Hal Jordan, you have Guy Gardner, you have John Stewart. I don't know what the new one's name is. Simon Baz, whatever his name is. The one that he's a Muslim, right? Like his core feature is his core differentiation from the other ones is he's like Muslim or something. I don't fully remember, but him. And I'm pretty sure there's one I'm forgetting. But yeah, those guys. I'm going to eventually do one for The Flash, Captain America, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's really only been replaced twice. Superman, Batman, so forth and so on. And other than Replacing Faces, I also have the Trophy Room, which is going to actually be more of an attachment to Iconic Assembly, which is something that's going to happen in shorter episodes usually, which is basically just things that are going to be uh, things I'm reading at the time that I actually like and want to share with you guys. I'm not going to keep doing a reading list because, one, those are so impersonal, and they're just I don't like talking about those things in just normal format if I like them either. So that's another reason. So the Trophy Room is going to be showing up more in Iconic Assembly. It's going to be like a thing that happens. I'm thinking it'll be either after the main show or like right after the commercial bumper for the main show, and then I'll go back to or the first commercial bumper. So the one that says "We'll be right back," and it'll probably. I'm thinking it might show up. Maybe Ink will like transition into doing that and then do a commercial break and then return to the normal show. I don't know yet, but that's what I'm working on. Other things I wanted to bring up. Oh, new episodes of Iconic Assembly that I wanted to bring up. Rocket Girl is going to be the one that's after Wonder Woman. I don't think I'm going to have any storyline stuff in the Rocket Girl episode. I might, but I'm not sure. Also, at some point, eventually, I'm going to review My Little Pony comics, because why not? Mass Effect comics, again, because why not? and a bunch of other stuff. And the main reason I'm bringing this up is because I want like your suggestions. I want your feedback. So like, what My Little Pony comics or Mass Effect comics do you think I should cover? They can be good, they can be bad. It does not matter. If I would I would very much prefer you not direct me to a single comic unless I don't know how the Mass Effect comics are, but I'm pretty sure they're standard length comics. If they're not, they're not, and I can do like one of those. But I prefer being referred to more than one comic. So like if you're going to reference something, then or if you're going to refer me to something, I should say, then I prefer it be like a whole story arc or something, provided the story arc is reasonable in length, so it's not like a whole series run like Bone, which is one big story arc. Yeah, don't do that. But if it's like a 5, 7, even 4, I'll take 4 issue story arc. Three's fine. Getting into 1 and 2 is where you get into the shorter episodes, which is why I'm like, okay, well, if I do that, I'm going to have to do some trophy room stuff or some other off-segment stuff. So that's what I've got going on there, though. So I just want your suggestions, My Little Pony comics, Mass Effect comics, whatever comics you think I could possibly review. Also, at some point, I'm going to go back to doing, like, cartoon logs and stuff. The only reason I stopped doing that was because I thought that it really wasn't working for me. But I tried writing a review, and the thing is that it works better in vlog form because these are old shows. Like if you're gonna write something, then people I don't know what it is, the association, but I guess people kind of expect it to be like about something new. I don't know, but that's kind of what I take from it. So another thing I want to mention is the collection, the way my room is right now. You've seen the setup behind where the computer is, which is like the 5 big posters, one of them Wonder Woman, 4 of them Avengers. You've seen my shelves. Yeah, you've seen that 10 poster thing I have on that wall over there. When I do trophy room or replacing faces, not sure which yet, I have a Captain America poster on that wall. It'll be there. But the main thing I want to bring attention to is this back corner right here. I don't know what's going to go up there yet, but that is a Pokemon poster. That is going to be moved because that is really tiny and embarrassing being on that wall by itself. By its lonesome. So I'm thinking something's going on that wall. Something's going on like right next to the shield there. Storyline stuff I want to catch you up on really quick is that I don't think I said this before, but I'll say it again just in case. The storyline's going to be stretched out now. It was originally going to end with the Wonder Woman episode, but I have way too much to do all the work that would be expected with ending the storyline that quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch the storyline out more. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to have it be so that each season is a new storyline, because one, that's how I write. Like when I'm writing things that aren't for this show, that's generally how I write. Like I have this one thing going on that's called wishful thinking. It's a story about treasure hunting and adventures and stuff. But I write it like it's a cartoon, and then each season is a different storyline. It has like a big, long, overarching plot, but each season is different. This is sort of like how Last Airbender was. You know, you have each book, but there is one long, arcing plot. So, elsewise, I also intend to be like, I don't talk about video games often. The main reason for that is that I'm not really part of that culture. Like, I play video games. I love video games. Right now, my PlayStation 3 is Tales of Symphonia Chronicles. I love RPGs, stuff like that. But I also love superhero games. So I got Lego Marvel and Lego Batmans and all that jazz. I'm really looking forward to Arkham Knight. That's what it's called, right? Arkham Knight? I think that's what it's called. Really looking forward to that one. However, that's not the video game I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to briefly mention that I'm getting a Wii U soonish, relatively soonish. I mean, if I don't get it with my own money soon, then I'll just get it for Christmas, but Christmas is not that far away. So, again, Wii U, and the main reason I'm doing that is for 2 reasons. One, Super Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers. And 2 is Disney Infinity. Now, I know Disney Infinity is available on Xbox 360 and PS3 and PS4 and Xbox One and all that jazz, but I want to get it for the Wii U so I have a reason to have the Wii U other than to just have Smash Brothers on it. Also, eventually there's going to be a Pokemon game on it, and we all know how I am about Pokemon, I think. I might have brought that up once or twice. I don't know. But yeah, and the main reason though that I'm getting Disney Infinity is because they reveal that Marvel characters are going to be added to it, and I want to get the Marvel figures, but I don't want to just get the figures and just have the figures for like just to have them on display. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the game too, but I'm also going to get like I saw the Venom figure that looked amazing. I saw the Spider-Man figure that looked cool. The Captain America figure looks cool. All the Avengers ones look really cool. So I'm going to get that game so I can play with those, and if I might be adding like the figures to the shelf or the desk or something. There are some figures on Amazon, not for Disney Infinity, just like action, not action figures, but statues and whatever. Like there's one of Spider-Man fighting Green Goblin, eyes on that. There's a really friggin' expensive Supergirl one, eyes on that, because I need more female representation in this room. All I have right now is one Wonder Woman in front of me, and then the cup, the Wonder Woman cup that's up on the top of that shelf. And I don't actually own any physical Wonder Woman comics. I keep wanting to get Gods and Mortals, and the one that followed that whose name always escapes. But the George Perez run on Wonder Woman, I keep wanting to get that. But I gotta be honest, first of all, I keep forgetting. Second of all, every time I forget and go back to do it, it's more expensive than it was last time. So and that way, what ends up happening then is I end up waiting, and then I forget about it, and then when I remember it again, it's even more expensive. So eventually I'm just going to have to just bite the bullet and get that, but I'm saving money right now, so I'm not buying anything that's not food or survival based. What else? As far as like comic books I've got going right now, I'm not really reading a lot right now. I'm still subscribed to New Warriors. That one hasn't really pissed me off yet. It's confused me a couple of times, but yeah, I haven't dropped it. Amazing Spider-Man, I have not read after #1 yet, and that's not because I don't want to. It's one, a money thing, and two, look, comics are starting to get more expensive. Everyone knows this. They're starting to jump up to prices ranging near $5, some of them. In fact, Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 was $6, but the only reason I got that, the only reason it was that much, I should say, was because it had like 3 other comics crammed into the back of it. Or 3 or 4, actually. One was Black Cat, one was Electro, one was Inhuman. Yeah, and one was like the retelling of his origin, but from the perspective of that other guy who's apparently going to be like, I don't know, a sidekick or a villain or something. I don't know. But yeah, so I haven't read that just because money. Same thing goes for Inhuman. I have not continued reading that because money. JSA, I get physical trades of every other month-ish. When I have some money to scrape together, I usually invest in the next trade of JSA. I only physically own 2 of the trades. I've read more than that, but I only physically own 2 of them. So, is there anything else to talk about? Yes, there is actually. This is the third thing that I mentioned earlier. I want to stress this one, guys who have tried to partake in that guy with the glass talent pickups. Guys, don't stress over it. If you don't get accepted, it's not the end-all be-all of internet media sites that you can go to. I am part of one, and that is not Tigwatig. I'm part of that rule, and I am very happily a part of that rule. And people have been like, oh, where have you been? It was like, dude, I'm in college. I've been busy. So, yeah, it's not the end-all be-all. Go somewhere else. And even if you don't go somewhere else, don't quit your show. Don't quit your whatever you're doing. That's stupid. Don't do that, because first of all, that's not good for you and your self-esteem, your confidence, or whatever you want to call that. It's not good for you for that. I want you to know that, no matter if you get rejected, it does not mean you are some talentless hack. It does not mean you are worthless. It does not mean you are not interesting. It means that you just weren't what they were specifically looking for. Because companies, when they do things like this, they don't tell you to your face. They're looking for something very specific. They just are. And that guy with the glasses is a company, or Channel Awesome is a company, I should say. Tigwatig is just the site. Whatever. Point is that it doesn't mean you are not worth it. I just want to point that out to you because people are going to believe that about themselves if they see this crap. Doesn't mean you're not worth it. You are. Don't let this get to you. Don't let this depress you. Just keep doing your show. A lot of the Tig people have been saying this too. Nash has said it. Lakaris said it. A few people have said it on the Twitters and the Facebooks and the YouTubes or whatever people are on. Yeah. So don't let this get you down because it's not. First of all, it's not worth getting down over. You know, it's like, well, I wanted to do my show and get popular with my show. You don't need Tig to do that. That's like someone saying, in order to get popular, it's like someone who wants to make a movie. In order to get popular, I must make a movie with Disney or Warner Bros. Because they're the two biggest entertainment powerhouses out there. No. You can definitely get popular without going to them. Or if you're talking about like publications, it must be Penguin or it must be Simon and Schuster, whatever that one's called. No, you don't need to. Indie people, indie comics are popular. Yeah, in order to get into comics, I must do Marvel or DC. No, you don't have to. If I were to ever work for Marvel or DC, I'd be doing it for the paycheck. I would not be doing it because I want to write for them. So just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It does not mean you are a hack. It does not mean you aren't valuable. It doesn't mean you're not worth anybody's time. Don't think like that, okay? Because I know people think like that. I thought that way about a lot of things way back before I actually encountered Channel Awesome. Just things that I would show people and they wouldn't be as hyped as I was to show them in the first place, so that would crush my spirit. But then I realized, hey, not everyone's going to like it, and it's not what everyone's going to be looking for. So, as a writer, I've been rejected several times for things. I don't mind saying that, and rejection's going to happen. It's a stepping stone. In fact, what is that cliche old proverb? There are 1,000 lessons in defeat, but none in victory, or something like that. And okay, right there, learn from it. If you think that it's because the quality of your show could have been improved, could have been better, work on it. If you think that, just don't go thinking that it's like them trolling you or something. Don't do that. That's freaking stupid. But yeah, I feel like I need to say that because, one, because I'm such a nice guy, and two, because I see a lot of people stressing over it. On the Tig forums, there are people. There's this Google Doc going around of the list of people who've been rejected and all that stuff. And I got to be honest, I'm seeing a lot of really great talent there. I'm seeing a lot of really good shows and things on that list. In the rejected section, mind you, because I don't think anyone's on the accepted list yet. No one's been accepted yet. At the time of this video, I should say, I have not yet seen anyone that's been accepted. And I've seen a lot of really funny, really talented people, a lot of people with great insights, great thought processes, better than my own, definitely, because my thought process it's not the best thing in the world. So yeah, I just think that if you're going to worry about this, just remember, they're not the end-all be-all of this. They don't determine the quality of your work. They determine, what they're doing is they're just looking for something specific. They want something specific, and if you aren't that, then they're not going to accept you. And that doesn't mean that you weren't good. That means you were specific, not what they specifically were looking for. That's it. So don't go putting yourself down over that. That's all I have to say on that subject. It's just keep calm and do whatever. Keep your shows going, keep your websites going, keep your channels, keep your articles, whatever you got going on, just keep doing it. If you don't get accepted, you don't get accepted. Hey, it's a stepping stone. There are other opportunities out there. And now to step off of me being a nice guy, let's just go back to me for a second. I don't really have much else to say. I don't want to get into rambling in this video, so I'm probably going to cut it in a minute. There's nothing. Oh, like I said though, the expanding of the show, the time format thing. Again, I said it's mainly because of Patreon. I want to be fair to patrons who, if they were to donate $3 or more, I want to give them the chance to actually see those episodes ahead of, like, get the reward for it. See the episodes ahead of time, either a day in advance or 3 days in advance, however Blip and YouTube want to handle that. YouTube's probably going to be better for it, but I'm going to see if there's a way to do it with Blip. Um, that aside, though, there's the matter of I lost it. It I had thought was in my head. Oh yeah, the expansion. What I'm gonna probably be doing in between in those down weeks, I'm gonna be doing either a vlog or an inked editorial, or I might post some sort of written content. Whatever I feel like doing in the down weeks, I'll do it. This is basically just to give me more time so I can complete these episodes so I can have them in time for the early bird release of that I'm due for Patreon. So that's everything, guys. I want to, as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah. Share. Sharing is important. Do that. The Supergirl episode aired on July 23rd. So you can check that out. I apologize in advance for the Red Hood video. I actually intend to go back and redo elements of that video. First of all, touching up the audio and the green screen bits. For some reason, the audio there was really crappy. I don't know why. And also, go back and fix the problem that I had with the comic scans, because if you notice, the quality on those was just god awful. But that's all I want to talk about today, guys. As I said before, though, don't worry about the talent pickups thing. Don't worry about it. You're good. All right, you're good. You're fine. And if you get rejected, think of it as a stage in the growing process, or whatever you want to call that, because that's what it is. It means you now have something to go on where you can improve, where you can improve. There's no real better word for it. Evolve. Evolve is a good one, because I'm a Pokemon nerd. So, but yeah, that's everything. I want to thank you guys again for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, everything I said earlier. Facebook, Twitter, DeviantArt, Reddit, whatever else I'm on that I don't really use other than to promote myself. But that's it, guys, and I'll see y'all later.